This time I said, like, when I'm gonna redesign this old attic, restructure this old attic, I want to do it my way and ask for all the help that I can possibly can.
A lot of men feel shame or guilt when they have anxiety or depression, and they're scared to talk about it, you know?
I was hiding, man. Like, I was hiding for so many years. If the last thing didn't happen, I would probably wouldn't be here.
All right, guys, from Poland, moved here at 21. Jarek Tadla, thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, what was it like over there those first 21 years?
You know what? I think it was like a very good journey I needed. So what happened is when I moved here, I appreciated everything this country has to offer, and for being the immigrant and just see everything, how accessible and the wealth, because I moved here in 1993, the steps was humongous. And I'm telling you, the second I passed, like, across the border, I got my green card. I'm like, I'm not gonna waste it. Like, here you go.
Yeah.
We say in my country, like United States, the money is, is growing on the trees and laying on the floors. And it's like, I'm like, it's just you have to learn and you have to kind of like see it. But I immediately went to work and I did not waste any of my time.
I love it. Did you come alone or with your family?
No, I came with my parents.
Okay.
Yeah, my parents won the green card. And what happened is, because I was under 21, I was 6 days before. So me and my sister immediately jump on it.
Got it.
So that's how we came in. My older brother came 10 years later because he did not qualify because he was over 21.
And did you all speak English?
Hell no.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
That must have been tough then, right?
No. But what happened is when you in a society that everybody speaks English, it's easier.
Yeah.
Because you just merge, and then everything around it just takes like to comprehend. It takes like 3 months, and to speak it 6 months.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
Yeah. You're 21, you're young. We observe the knowledge like immediately. So.
And that first job, dishwasher, right?
Yes.
I did my research on you.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like when I tell people this was my best job, people's like, "Why? Why would you say that?" Because at that time I didn't speak any English, so I was not involved in any politics, any like gossiping, anything. I was just doing my job, going home, going to school, English second language, and the college, and I was happy. Then when I started studying English, and I understand all the politics and everything's going on and gossip, I was like, okay.
That's the one bad part about America.
Yeah.
The gossiping.
Yeah.
The celebrity culture.
Yeah. But I don't think it's only in the US. I think it's all over the world.
Yeah, India has a big Bollywood or whatever. Yeah, it's probably worldwide, right?
Yeah.
People will always kind of hate on those more successful and famous.
Yeah, and now with the social media, you have access to everything.
Yeah, it's amplified.
And everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, and now mental health because of social media is pretty bad.
Yeah. So
and I know you talk a lot about that too.
I talk a lot about mental health and emotional fitness because I went through so many stages in my life that I wasn't completely aware of it. When all the stuff, like something really bad happened to me, I thought God was sending me red flags, just wake up. But I'm a slow learner. It took me a while until I hit the bottom of the bottom. And every time I hit the bottom of the bottom, I thought, that's the bottom of the bottom. And then 2 years later, I was like, oh, this was just a warning.
Yeah.
I was like, I give you a warning, man. I give you a warning. And I'm telling you, I'm a slow learner, but until I got the signal and awareness, and that's why I'm here with the social media. Social media is a gift and a curse. You can use it for the good or for the bad.
Agreed.
And we have everybody have access to us, own bubble, and people know you and like family and friends, but on a social media, there's 8 billion people.
Yep.
So you can really reach and connect with people that really need help, and relate with your message.
I'm very careful with my feed because it's easy to compare yourself on social media. So I try not to follow people that flash their expensive lifestyle or cars or materialistic stuff. I try to follow motivational people, healthy people, and my feed now is really good. But I used to compare myself a lot because of social media.
Yeah. The comparison game, but here what it is. My pet peeve is because it's unfortunate in this society. Depends how much money you're worth. That's how much respect you get. And what happened is when I had the bottom of the bottom, I need like fathers. I need people that went through it. And all those good fathers, all the good examples, they were not social media flashing all the stuff. There were guys, fathers that were working 2 or 3 jobs. And I didn't have access to them. And then I didn't want to listen to somebody who accomplished everything on social media, but yet it's like he's a douchebag. He's not a good father. He's not a good, role model. And it's hard to kind of find those right people.
Yeah.
And it was hard for me to find anybody that I can connect with that's going through the same stuff that I do. So.
How were you able to find that first mentor?
Well, what happened is when I found my first mentor, I was always self-improvement. So Tony Robbins was like, since 2002, like I was deep in with Tony Robbins. And then after my ski accident in 2016, I found Raul Velesias, the Edge group. That's my Brotherhood. I've been with them 8 years. And he was the first guy that really woke me up, because like there's missing something in me. I'm not happy. But what happened is I didn't even know how to ask questions. Like, I just don't like it. Yeah, but why you don't like it? Like, the feelings that I have, it's just, first with the emotions and feelings, it's we don't understand them. We feel them, but we don't get it. Like, but this is not it. I'm like 44-year-old man. Like, by rules of society, I have everything. Yet I'm miserable. Like, there's emptiness inside. And I started looking for answers, and I couldn't find it. So I started, hiring coaches and people, because Tony Robbins is very big. You go to the seminars, there's thousands of people.
Yeah, you're not getting one-on-one with him.
Yeah, so I was looking for like a more intimate, kind of one-on-one. And that's how I found with the group.
Nice.
And then from then, the journey just started.
Dude, that's crazy. So you almost died from that accident, right? The ski accident?
The ski accident was very serious. I did not die, but what happened, I was 6 months in hospital. I got 13 surgeries in and out.
Jeez.
And I almost lost my leg. I broke everything in my body, but however, the biggest problem was my leg.
Holy
I couldn't
crap.
recover. And completely rewrite the story in my head. Like,
Your head?
Like completely. Like I didn't realize how weak I am.
Wow.
Because like I could conquer everything, I put my mind to it, and yet I struggle with this. But then I recover anyway, because it's I use my my work ethics, and I don't know how I always question myself in my voices. Were we born with the work ethics, or the parents give it to us?
That's a good question.
Because like, why some people have it so much and some people don't?
Right.
So I could always put my mind and get out of it. So of course the recovery took 2 years, and but the imposter syndrome in my head and was keep telling me that, hey, you're not doing enough. Now you won't be a good father. You can play the soccer. You cannot. At that time I have 4 kids.
Wow.
So what do you mean I cannot walk anymore in my life? Suddenly the not enoughness came in, which is, by the way, in my book. I'm not going to be a great father. I'm not going to be enough. I'm not going to be enough for my kids. And the story was getting worse and worse and worse. I'm like, I become a victim of my own circumstances that I created. I mean, this is nothing. You just had a ski accident. But because I recover, of course, and the 2 years later, everything recovered, I forgot about it.
Wow.
So it's like, I'm a glory. Yeah, I come out of it. And then 2 years later, divorce.
Ooh.
I was like, phew. I'm like, are you kidding me? But I was already mentally prepared. I already was aware of emotional intelligence and fitness and awareness.
Oh, so you saw it coming?
So there's like, so I was kind of like mentally prepared. But I wasn't prepared. I was like, oh, right, I was on the bottom of the bottom after the ski accident.
Right.
Boom, divorce. Okay. Then I recover after divorce. Then my oldest child just, move out and disown me. And the second child, I'm like, God, why me? Like, what did I do?
Wow,
like,
he disowned you?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
But now we're good. My kids came
you're
back.
good now.
I will love it, but it took me 2 years. But the problem with all the inner work that it took, because I become the douchebag. I become the guy that have everything, and everybody. I look at for all my validation outside the world. Like, so if I want to be loved, I want to look for validation if I buy more stuff, or I win another competition, or, I buy more businesses and have more employees. And that's where I look at for validations.
Right. A lot of people think that way.
Yeah. And so I become
Product of your environment. Yeah.
Exactly. And I have to completely disconnect it. And that's where work started.
Wow. So do you think you were so strict on your kids, they kind of distanced themselves?
Yeah. Because what happened is I was strict on myself. I'm telling you, brother, if the way I talk to myself, I would not have anybody around me. I
Wow.
talk to myself like, but that was like the motivation, you know what I mean? Like getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, not going to gym. It's like, oh my God, get up. Like, what the hell, you loser. You just like, the way I talk to myself, it become my identity. But also, even though I did not speak to other people, but I carry the energy. But then I emptied the bag because I want to, just looking for validation from other people, I empty my bucket and I become people pleaser. And that depleted me more and more and more because I forgot about little Jarek.
Wow.
I forgot about myself. So when I hit the depression, that I want to get out of the bed, I was like, oh my God, like I'm empty. I just give everything away. But that's where the awareness started. I was like, okay, now we're going to work. And this is the work that I absolutely don't know how to do. Because you have all the voices in your head and the imposter that, you trained for 50 years. And now imagine how you change your habits.
Right.
It's hard. So that's where you go and
Yeah.
go
So you
bury it yourself. And
you were on your own for years, right?
yeah,
So that must have been probably the lowest of the low right there.
yes.
By yourself with all this money and probably a huge house.
Yeah, because what happened is I built the huge bunker around me, and I didn't want nobody in it. But what happened is by me not allowing anybody in it, because everybody wants something from me. I did not allow anybody in it. Guess what? I did not allow anybody out of it. So all the pain always stay inside. So when Raul helped me with taking the bricks down, I start opening, and I just realized, when I become vulnerable, how much people around help me, and just sharing the story and just being present and being vulnerable, and it's like, almost like I like that.
Yeah.
But the imposter and the devil, because the devil was still in my head, yeah, you loser, you're not doing this, you're not doing this. It's like, yeah, you're good here, but you're horrible here, and it's the voices, and me understanding that I'm not the only. I thought that I'm the only one going through all these issues, and I was like, I was born like that. I was going through the issues when I was swimming, when I was in the high school, when I was in the college, when I was like, building my careers, and I was like, that's why I kind of distanced myself from anybody, because I had to like, and then I realized everybody is like that. All the guys, like all the men, is like, huh. It's like, I'm not the only one.
Right.
And it's like, we all have these voices. We all just like, I thought this devil imposter just sitting in my head and just with me.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we all have it. You have it. I can guarantee, like,
Yeah, I talk to
you
myself a
deal with
lot,
it?
actually.
Yeah. How is your self-talk?
Mine used to be very negative, dude. I grew up in a household where my parents were very negative, pessimistic, and it took me years to change that. Even still today, I get negative thoughts.
Yeah.
It's tough. I think we all get negative thoughts.
We do. And look I'm getting goosebumps. What happened is the negative thoughts, like how quickly they build. The little negative thought, it goes to next one, and suddenly you in the bubble. It's like, holy how did I end up here?
Right.
It's like 40 minutes later, I'm just hate the whole world. Like, so I have to go back to the gratitude and being grateful. And I meditate, pray, and it's like, just reset myself.
I love that.
Yeah, but now I'm cutting myself a lot quicker. But it took years and years to do that.
Yeah.
It didn't come overnight. Like on the beginning, like I did not even know what the feeling is. I could not even describe it. The only feelings I knew is like happy, not happy, or angry. But that's why I could, I got triggered like immediately. So it's like, holy.
You couldn't control your anger?
Yeah, because it's like you carrying the, well, why nobody understand? Like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
because you got all that emotion you're storing in your body.
Exactly.
You got to let it out.
yeah.
So you would let it out through anger.
Exactly. And when I hit the depression, the last one, I was like, I cannot, like I like literally for 3-4 weeks, I could not get out of the bed.
Damn.
Like I get, and me, I could not get out of the bed. Like, my queen just literally, like when she opened the blinds, I'm like, just close the freaking blinds.
Yeah.
It's like, and she's like, I'm done. Like, you getting out of the bed. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, you are. And like, no, I'm not. And she just keep pulling me. And I went outside and I was like, look at, I have this like a huge skylights on in my house. And I'm like, look at the clouds. It's like, what the hell are you doing? But I believe in my own thoughts. First I was sick like a day, 2 days. Then the 2 days become a week. And I was like, you did not work out in a week. You did not answer any phone calls. You did not make any progress. You did not read. You did not like. And then the new pain became the more painful. And then I just the new pain become the fuel. I forgot about all the other stuff that I was depressed about. The new pain, and I have to completely bury myself and start, from the new, from the new Jarek. Like, like I was embarrassed. Like I walk 100 yards, dude. I swim 3 miles a day. I bike 100 miles a day. Like I walk 150 yards, like to the stop sign from my house because I live on the end of the cul-de-sac. Go fly, and I was like, that was nice. But I cannot tell anybody, hey, I walked today 150 yards. You run 20 miles a day. Like, what are you talking about? And I was excited because I could not go back to the old Jarek that is doing the same thing because, I dropped for so many months, I dropped it. So you can, so. But this time I said, like, when I'm going to redesign this old Jarek, restructure this old Jarek, I want to do it my way. And ask for all the help that I can possibly can.
That's important. A lot of men feel shame or guilt when they have anxiety or depression, and they're scared to talk about it. So that's powerful that you shared that.
I was hiding, man. Like I was hiding for so many years, and if the last thing didn't happen, I would probably wouldn't be here.
Wow.
I wouldn't be here. I become a part of the Brotherhood, the tribe, when I really hit the thoughts. I mean, I was so lazy in bed. Can you imagine being so lazy? I have my boat outside the house with all the scuba dive tanks, and I was so lazy because now I have to call my captain. I cannot drive the boat because then if I go and to the water with the scuba dive tank, like go 100 yards, it's the easiest death. I'm like, what's going to happen with the boat? So I cannot call him. I'm not going to commit in front of my captain that I know him for 12 years. You know what I mean? So I have to do it alone. I was so lazy to walk. Thank God I was so lazy because that's why we're here. You know what I mean? And that was hard.
Wow.
Or then driving to my title company, they're on 28th floor, so jumped off the building. I'm like, no, maybe I'm not going to jump because what if I change my mind in the middle? You know what I mean?
Dang, so you really had these thoughts.
Oh, it was bad. Like, it was done. Like, I was like, and it's like, Jarek, you really, when you put your mind to it, you do it. And that scared me even more.
Wow.
And Raul was like, we have these phone calls every single day. Just think of your kids, think of your kids, think of your kids. And that completely get me out of it. But it was like a day by day. And it was like people say there was like any jump. No, it was the longest process.
I feel that. Yeah, I saw you say on another podcast, kids are here to teach us lessons.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Yeah, because what happened is like, do you have any kids?
I want kids.
Yeah.
We just got engaged. We're getting married next year.
Nice.
And I want at least 2-3 kids. So.
Nice. So I got 5.
Nice.
Yeah. So believe me, all the pain and all the stuff that, you see it, in you. So our kids are really like my kids are best lessons for me because they taught me everything, I struggle with. It's like they are the mirrors. Like when you see and the kids always give you the feelings. They don't know how to tell you how they feel. They act up. They want us like, Dad, please feel this. Like I don't like this stuff. And and then when you start feeling and you just understanding, you're like, trick out of me because I still not resolved the inside me. There is still my issue. But yet, I did not ever realize it. So,
I look forward to it, man.
Yeah.
I didn't want them for a while, but my opinion has changed on kids.
Yeah. I'm telling you, after 1, 2, it's like, remember, 3, 4, 5, there's no difference. There's like,
Elon Musk has 11 now, I think.
Yes.
That's a lot, man.
Yep.
You want more?
Yeah. You know what? No. I think, I can tell you my oldest one, I love my kids. And my daughter taught me good lessons, very painful lessons. And I got to tell you, without those lessons, I need those lessons because even I always got out of it without kind of cheating and finding the ways out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my oldest ones, they really taught me the lessons. It's like, because I was never present. I was always like that. It's like, why you guys complain? You guys have everything you can imagine. Like, the only thing they want to spend time with me.
Yeah.
And I never, well, I just did 100 miles on the bike. I'm tired. I have this important phone call. There's something going on in my business. That's like I always figure out something. I never want to be present.
Yeah.
And they want to just spend time with me, because they like that love me is like give me your time. But I give time to everybody else, not to my kids. But most important, I always forget about myself. You know what I mean?
You put yourself last.
Yeah, I put myself last.
Wow.
And then the bucket here got emptier and emptier, and that's where the pain came. And then, and then on the unconscious mind, conscious mind, they were going both directions. I always tell people the devil lives right here, and God and love lives right over here, and the light. And it's funny, all my financial decisions, all my relationship decisions, any good decisions in my life, I made it from here.
Wow.
All the decisions. And then this is always screw up everything.
Really? Your brain?
Yeah. Because we make decision, everything we make, all the decisions we make in our mind is based on the experience. We perceive our reality the way we see it. And sometimes we have to step out of ourselves and just give ourselves the opinion and give ourselves different perspective.
Interesting.
But with the, and in the head, we always manipulate everything what is like, we can manipulate it. In the heart, it's like, no, that's what I want to do.
That's true. It's easy to lie to yourself.
Yeah.
You can justify it.
Yeah, people said the gut feeling is the thing. It is gut feeling. It's like, it's right here, you feel it.
Yeah.
And the best of the deals, you know what I mean? And the best deals that I didn't do it, I took myself out of it in my head. I started overanalyzing,
Yeah.
Oh, now you're older, you got to overanalyze. I want this, that's it. I'm like a little kid, 3-year-old kid. I want this, 100 units now. And then it's like, no. That's we have to do this, and it's you know what I mean?
Yeah, because your brain sees the numbers, right,
Yeah,
and it looks good,
Yeah.
but then the business partner, your gut's telling you not to work with that person,
Exactly.
and then it ends up going bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, your gut's never wrong, man.
Nope.
Crazy.
Nope.
It must be some like energy field or something that your gut can sense.
You know what the older work I do right now is I've done ayahuasca. My friend told me like, Jarek, I know you for like 20 years. I know you don't believe in any shortcuts. Like people around you, they know like you freaking work hard and there's no shortcuts or anything. It's like, but there's a shortcut. I'm like, dude, don't say these words. I'm in so much pain. Like, dude, there is a shortcut. So I went to the ayahuasca experience. I got out of it. I'm like, holy, first my really my soul, my unconscious mind and conscious mind. They went to war, like constantly. And then, after a few hours, they start loving each other and they start guiding her. This direction we're going, this direction we're going. And that's when the peace came. But I'm not going to be on the medicine all the time, right? So
right.
It's like, that's where the work, the reading, and surrounding with the right people and the inner work started.
So it was a good experience?
It was definitely a good experience.
Nice. I've been considering taking it.
Yeah.
So you'd recommend it?
I would highly recommend it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to go to like Brazil or something, right? Peru?
Well, there's like I did in Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah, those are guys from Peru and from Costa Rica. And what I like, it's a husband and wife. So you have the masculine and feminine energy.
Yeah.
So you kind of like connected with the nature and everything else. And I would highly recommend it. It definitely helped me. So.
Did you leave your body?
Yes, 7 times.
Oh my gosh, you took it 7 times?
7 times.
Holy crap!
It was a few hours. The first few hours was horrendous.
Wow.
I purged a lot. It was the pain was unbelievable. But what happened is it was keep telling me you have to bury the old Jarek. Like he's not serving you. He's like, you know what I mean? And it's funny that then when you go to the conscious mind and then you got out of the medicine and the life starts, you like, I like that, I don't like that, and then at least you have something that you can rely in the back of your head.
That's cool, man. Did you see aliens?
No.
Okay.
No, I really see myself. I saw all the pain I went through like a childhood. Like I wasn't even aware of all the stuff that happened to me.
Wow.
I was like because we remember the story we tell ourselves.
Yeah.
But suddenly all the experience that I was like, oh my God, I never even remembered that. This like a lot of past pain I remember from like when I was 2 years old, 3 years old.
Wow.
Like the last memory I always have was like when I was 7, and during the medicine, it was truly like I was 2, 3 years old.
Dang.
Like like even a year, like it really went down.
Yeah, I don't remember anything before like 6, 7.
Yeah, So,
But there's some trauma because you're still registering that emotional trauma, right? When you're that little, so you don't even know that you have it.
brother, we carry a lot of wounds, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, when you start doing the inner work, and it's funny when you share what you do, and like, when you share stuff, you learn a lot about yourself. And when you listen to the other people, you're like, oh my God, I never even think of that.
Yeah.
I give myself, like, I surround myself with a lot of people, and I try to get out of my head, you know what I mean? Because, and to give myself perspective from, other people.
Yeah. This podcast has been amazing for my self development, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I never used to talk to people
Yeah.
about my problems. Like I was pretty anti-therapy. I didn't believe in it, but I think talking is important.
Yep.
Yeah, because as guys, you want to keep that shit bottled in, It's looked at as weak.
Exactly. You weak, you soft, like,
Yeah.
it's like, well, what are you talking about? Like, you're a man. You know that I never cried?
Really?
Never, ever.
Not
Like,
one time.
Listen, never, ever. I did not cry. This was a point of weakness. When I met Raul, and he went through the process, I started crying 8 times a day.
Damn.
I'm like, and the story that men crying is weak? Nope. It just releases the emotions that you don't carry, otherwise. So me, by kind of releasing my tears, what it does, it's better to release the tears than lose my temper on somebody else who doesn't deserve it. Because if people do something, if they don't do it, the stuff doesn't trigger because of them. The stuff triggers you inside, that it's a trauma or wound that you didn't resolve it, but you see in other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
well,
important.
he doesn't work hard enough. This is like, because I cheat, I find the ways. It's like, and it's like you see the stuff like, the
Absolutely.
expectations.
Did you interview Patrick Bet-David?
No, he's my neighbor.
Oh, he's your neighbor.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw a video, I think, on your YouTube with him.
We are neighbors.
Got it.
Yeah, we live. He moved in to my island, I think 3 years ago.
You got a $20 million house, right?
Yeah.
Something crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's a good neighbor to have.
That's a good neighbor. I surround myself with good people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Leo Messi parking, knocking on my door. Yada,
What?
Can I park my cars over here? So
Wow.
I put Leo Messi in our island. Put the deal together. So the guy, he was gonna buy my house, and then because I have a master bedroom on the main floor, and he got 3 boys, and on the and all the master bedroom, the kids' bedroom was on the second floor. They didn't want to buy a house. So we showed my friend house, and my friend was like, "Well, I sell it if you buy my house." So we put all the deals together.
That's smart.
Yeah. Now
Wait, so you sold your house?
Yes.
Oh, so you're not neighbors with Patrick anymore?
No, I have 4 houses over there, on this island, and I live like a 2 blocks north.
Oh, wow.
So we're still neighbors.
Dang.
Not like yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm building a house 2 houses down from him.
Nice.
So
4 houses there. So you really like that area.
yeah,
You saw a lot of potential in it.
that's my business.
Yeah. Real
my
estate, that's how you made all your money, right?
Yeah.
How'd you get into that? Was it from Grant Cardone or someone?
Oh no. I you know what? It's a story. Talking to people. Okay. This was like I have one conversation. It was 95. I was the last year of college, and I live upstate New York. And there was one conversation at that time was my girlfriend family, and they said they live in the fourplex. They rent 3 of them, and they live in one. And I'm like, what? And we got home, and there was the one conversation. We got home, and I told my girlfriend at that time, hey, we're getting married. We telling everybody no gifts, just money, and we're gonna use the money, and I'm gonna sell everything we have, because I was buying and selling house, cars.
Yeah.
Because I was like a waiter, I was then working restaurants, and selling cars. So I'm gonna sell all the cars and everything else, and we're gonna buy a fourplex. I have no idea. I thought the only thing I'm gonna buy a fourplex, live in one of the units, and that 3 people gonna pay for my rent, for my mortgage, and I'm done.
Yeah.
And then the fourplex becomes second fourplex, then the third fourplex, then the fourplexes become 12 units, 17 units, then 50 units, then 100 units, then
Wow.
200, then 1,000, 2,000.
Jeez.
And then the game just never stopped.
Wow. What about the '08 crash? Did that affect you?
Well, I always tell people that I win lottery in 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you stay clear of that? Because a lot of people got wrecked.
Well, what would happen is when I bought all the stuff in real estate in 2001, 2002, and I don't know, gut feeling again. It's like everybody's, it's too late, it's too late. I was in Denver, Colorado. It's too late, it's too late. So I started doing foreclosures. So I prepared for the crash. I did not time it right, of course, because by 2006, I was having start raising money for everybody, and the crash wasn't happening. And then when 2008 crash happened, I started buying everything, for 10 cents on a dollar.
10 cents on the dollar?
Yeah, so I did not even sell any of my properties, but suddenly when I bought my properties, like my fourplexes, for example, at $60,000, $70,000 a door, suddenly I was buying 100 units at $10,000, $17,000 a door.
Wow.
So I knew I cannot be wrong. I knew I can't be wrong. And then, after the crash, I did so good because then the market went up. So I bought everything I can put a hands on, and I retired again in 2010.
Oh, so you're retired?
Well, I retire many times, man. But I retire so many times, and it's and that's what the mental battle started. Because instead of because we as a man, we do need a purpose.
Right.
Without purpose, we're dying. The money, you can get the money. The money doesn't give you any happiness. If you don't have a purpose, you're done.
Facts.
So you know what I mean? So then what happened is, I want to have more kids. It's like when you quit smoking, you're going to start drinking. When you quit drinking, you're going to start smoking or start eating more. We substitute our addictions. And, we, people that are successful people, they're addicts. Like any successful person I know, there is an addict. And I'm an addict. But now we can use it in a good direction or a bad direction. And so then, I have 2 more kids. Oh, because I missed it, because in my oldest ones, I was always working. I worked 22 hours a day.
Damn.
I was falling on a desk and then, going back to work. And then suddenly I have all the time in the world, so let's have more kids. And then that took 2 years. Okay, I'm bored. Okay, let's start doing Ironmans, okay? So now training. So then I came and start training, overtraining, one Ironman, second, then start winning competitions, start winning everything, and then ski accident happened. And we just substitute for another addiction.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever retire, man.
Yeah,
even if I have 100 million, a billion, I don't think I'll retire.
You will not.
I love working.
No.
Doing this is so fun. And I feel so fulfilled.
I'm getting, that's what I, because you found your purpose and fulfillment.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, when you find a purpose, it's and it's funny, when I was going through my journey, and then people was like, wow, find something what you love, find something what you love. And I was the first douchebag, shut the It's like, dude, you got to make money. What are you talking about? Find something you love. And I realized that you can make money and you'll be miserable. And at 20, my journey, literally 20 years. I was always miserable, because it's at one point, it's okay, you got 10 million, then you got 100 million, then you have 200 million. It just doesn't fulfill you anymore. You need to have something that, they have the infinite game, so it never stops.
Absolutely.
And you definitely found the right thing.
I found it.
Yeah.
This platform, being able to share messages like yours and seeing the comments and the messages I get daily now, saving people's lives. There's been a couple we've stopped that I know of. It's powerful, man. I feel really fulfilled.
You touched the subject. Sorry, I'm getting goosebumps. When you get to the level, your mind, you disconnect. You literally hear the voices that were never in your head. And you're like, where is this coming from? And you become so delusional that your reality is the voice. And the problem is that the voice that we created. And it's hard to get out. If you, the first thing, if anybody think of or any even start even have those thoughts, and I'm not saying go to freaking therapist. Talk to somebody. Talk to your friends. Talk to somebody. Just don't hide it. It's when you just get this stuff out, that's where the first step starts.
Right.
But I was I didn't want to even tell what I'm going through, because that would be, he's weak. But my voice, the longer I waited, the voice got so loud and so clear that I was scared of the voice.
Wow.
And I know it wasn't mine. Like, I know I was so delusional that I believe in the shit I'm telling myself. Like, suddenly you believe the story you're telling yourself. And if I'm on the top of the mountains and I have those issues, what about if people that have real problems? Because I have no problem at all. When 2022 happened, I just got out of toxic relationship, toxic divorce. I made so much money during COVID. I mean, it's sick because, when COVID happened, like all the real estate just boom, right?
Yeah.
I find a queen of my life. I have a good relationship with my kids. I mean, I have everything, but yet I'm empty inside. And the voices, I just believe those voices. And I believe in the voices. And I couldn't believe it how delusional I was.
Wow.
And until I started like, hey, I think I have a problem. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. There's something like, you know what I mean? And I think, and some people laugh. It's like, dude, you don't have a problem. I'm like, don't tell me I do have a problem. But thank God I already have the tools. I have the coaches. I have everybody, you know what I mean? So at least they took it serious.
Right.
And they just walked me through.
That brotherhood.
Yeah, the brotherhood.
That's powerful.
Because if we're not part of the, when you in the tribe, because we got to be part of something, even, and you don't, I'm talking about men because, we are men and I'm men, so I don't know how women think. But if you kind of feel that you part of something, and you're in the tribe or brotherhood that that you can be vulnerable and nobody's gonna judge you, it's got easier. You know what I mean? And then when you're not alone. Because sometimes like I love my queen, but there's some stuff you cannot tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's some stuff that we gotta, and when you have somebody that you can really like vent, and the venting, you're not gonna be criticized for it or you're not gonna be judged for it. And then it's like, hey, how do we resolve this? And then we just move on. And suddenly even somebody talk about his problem, like you said, like you create this platform, right?
Yeah.
But in the brotherhood, and he's like, is with me? He's talking about me. This is what I'm like. This is my voice. Like what is and then you get the lessons, how they deal with this stuff, and then we develop.
Agreed.
But we gotta be part of the group. We cannot. You cannot do anything alone.
Yeah.
Without relationships, like I mean, without even like relationship with Sam, 14 years, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
And it's funny. Like we talk, we cry, we just do everything. It's like, hey,
I love that. Yeah, Brotherhood's changed my life too.
Yeah.
I joined one when I was 21, and these guys took me under their wing, and it changed everything for me. It's important to be around guys like that.
Okay. Tell me about your Brotherhood.
It's a mastermind, Dan Fleischman's mastermind, 100 million mastermind, and I was the brokest one there. But I was also the youngest, so they liked that young energy, So they took me under their wing, and now I'm best friends with some of those guys 6 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always tell you surround yourself with the 5 alcoholics, you become the 6th one. You surround yourself with the 5 cyclists, you're gonna be the 6th one. You surround yourself with the 5 visionaries, you're gonna be the 6th one. You surround yourself with the 5 millionaires, you're gonna be the 6th one. And it's like it's like finding and being a part of it and getting the advices. Sometimes I get advice I didn't even ask for it, and it's like, oh, thank you. I gotta go, brother. Like, whoa, what did I say? You did something. Thank you. Bye. And it's like, I like right away text my office, or it's like, hey, that's what I thought.
You take action, yeah. That's why you're successful, man.
Yeah.
Jarek, it's been cool. Anything you wanna? I know you got a book. Anything else you wanna promote or close off with?
No, just my book, and just bring awareness to emotional fitness and the mental, because we all go through the struggle, and just share the message and just open up, and just and I know that we're scared as a man, we're scared, but it feels good.
Yeah, powerful. We'll link your Instagram below and your book. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. As always, I will see you tomorrow.